Yo guys, Neb here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the best way to play trio cash cups and ultimately get wins. To do this, I'm basically going to be analysing and VOD reviewing over how we took height and how we won games in the trio late game cup. I'm not here to waste your time, so I'm not going to go over all the point system and stuff for the cash cup because you guys all know that, and if you don't, you can find it out yourself. So let's get straight into it. So to begin with, this whole video is just going to be focusing on from moving zones and onwards, focusing on how you're closing out the win, how you're taking height, how you're fragging, how you're getting refreshes, and how you're winning and ultimately placing in the cash cup. Just also to note, if you look at the loot I've got here, if you do not have this like split between your trio, mainly in terms of mats and heals, this play will not work. So I strongly recommend just before the moving zones going for a refresh. And the best way to assure that you're getting this loot is make sure you have a game plan, make sure you're looting evenly and you're doing it very efficiently as well. So the first thing that you can do to assure that you're winning and getting high ground is padding onto the dead side of zone and then using your second pad to make sure you're taking height on the front side. You don't necessarily need two pads for this, you could just run onto the dead side, but obviously it's easier if you have two. But notice here how we land on the side. Make sure to preferably pick somewhere with good elevation so you can do exactly what we do here. As you can see, before we put our next pad down, I had it out and I just damage height slightly so they're not thinking as much about going for height. And then we land on the front side, and as soon as we land, we look back on the previous high ground and make sure they're not going to be a threat to us in holding it. Once you've got it from first or second moving onwards, it's all about pressure. You're going to have one person in the trio constantly getting the supply of hard mats and tarping you into zone. You're going to have one person on ultimate height, just 1 or 2 layers above the duo on height, to make sure no one's going to ramp you guys. And then you're going to have one person with the most ammo just constantly spraying to distract anyone from coming and scuff everybody to make it easier to win. To close out the win in the final 9th zone, make sure you've dropped all your white meds for the heal off onto one of your opponents, and then the ones with the best shotgun and the best shields will drop onto low ground and try to get all the kills. As you can see, it was quite a close one, but we did manage to clutch out the win.
Wait, I'm not sure if I get it. I don't get it, fuck's sake.
First floppers, get them quickly. Pop it.
This is it.
Get on me, trying to get my body.
Nice. Let's fucking go, boys.
Now for the second win I'm going to be analysing. This one's basically one where we holding height on 50-50, we get knocked out, we manage to recover on mid ground, and then we take height later on in the game. So this one's all about recovering and managing to play for height and finding the right time to do it. So listen up. So as you can see here, we've just been chopped out. We managed to connect, and as soon as you drop down, you should always look to get back to height because quite often the other player will still be a little lower than you. We obviously quite good at holding our own weight, so we don't need to worry about that. We can all trust each other to stay alive here. But then we all group up and we decide to play mid ground. When you're rotating, it's really important that one person just takes the responsibility of tarping. It's something everyone can do, and it's not just something the tarper can do. As you can see here, we have the awareness to tell that we have enough mats to get in. So it's really important. We're not looking for refreshes yet, and we're just getting straight into the zone. One thing I think all trios should do is save their single pad for second moving. This is what we do here, and often because height has been on it for a whole moving zone, they've got low mats, and we can easily just pad in the middle of the moving zone and target one like we do here, and then hold it for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Yo, land on this kid. Front kid. Nice.
I lose it. I'm shot.
We have height.
Yes.
Yeah, they're dropping 30.
Once again right here, my teammate drops me 5 floppers, and then I'm able to stay up on ultimate height while those two frag down on low ground. And either way, we're probably going to win this game because if they die, I'm still up here with, loads of hard mats, so they can't spray me out, healing with floppers in the zone.
Hold on, sir. He's on. Nice.
So guys, for the final win I'm going to be analysing is one where we get into the 50-50 zone and we manage to pull first moving. Pretty much most of the time when you've got height in half and half and you pull first moving, you should be able to hold it for the rest of the game. The first thing we always do is obviously focus the people who oppose the biggest threat towards us. Obviously it's the other team on height across the other zone. You make sure we crack them, make them drop, and then we start looking at everyone else and make sure we're just getting into zone. Make sure also one person on the trio is always waterfalling down, connecting you to the builds below so you can't get shot out as easily. Also this person can have a harpoon. As you can see, if I had a harpoon I would have been able to get a bit of extra loot if we needed it. And from here it's a pretty easy win. So if there's some things you guys should take from this video, it's that you should prepare yourself really well in the mid game so you can have the loot to be able to play like this in end game. Make sure you're good on surge so you don't have to be going for surge when you could be going for height. And when you're on height, make sure you're applying constant pressure to the team below you, especially second height. Make sure you have one person on the trio connecting you to the builds below you so you can't get shot out, and make sure you have one person tarping you ahead and keeping you guys at the front side of the zone to make sure you don't get caught on the backside and looked at from the front. If you have enough mats as a trio, I'd say 1000 to 2000 at least, then you want to have your IGL on ultimate height so they can be looking down on you, calling comms, and also go for the heal off at the end of the game. If you don't have good enough loot before first moving zone, then I strongly recommend you guys to look for a refresh. Otherwise you're probably going to die during first moving and it's going to waste a full 20 minutes of your game without getting any points. One last point, this video is just here to give you some more ideas of how you can win your games. Obviously not all the plays will be appropriate judging by your loot or your positioning or surge tags. However, if you apply all your knowledge learned from this video, then you should be able to place really well in the Cash Cup and win a couple more games. So guys, if this video did help you in any way, shape or form, then don't forget to like and subscribe. It will really help me out in growing my channel. Also, don't forget to follow my Twitter at nebfnr, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, they're gonna die. Kill one, kill one, kill one.
Last one. 100.
Nice, good shit.
Good choice.